It is a sanctuary for wolf-dog hybrids and a popular destination for tri-state area visitors. But some insiders at Howling Woods Farm say they're concerned about the way animals are treated and say staff members who speak up risk retaliation. News 12's senior investigative reporter Walt Kane has this Team 12 investigation.
These are great animals.
Keith Vanderbrook was excited for the chance to work with wolf-dog hybrids at Howling Woods Farm in Jackson, New Jersey.
They need a place that's safe.
Howling Woods rescues wolf dogs and offers them for adoption. But Vanderbrook says it didn't take long for him to realize something was wrong.
We started to see some very concerning health problems. Animals looking emaciated.
Team 12 obtained internal messages showing Howling Woods president, Michael Hadanish, tells the staff to only feed animals every other day, and sometimes not at all, for days in a row. And Vanderbrook isn't alone in being concerned.
People come to Howling Woods Farm thinking that it's this amazing place.
We spoke to other insiders who corroborate his story, but they asked to be anonymous for fear of retaliation.
But what people don't understand is what really goes on when they're not around.
In February, Vanderbrook filed a complaint with the USDA and local police. In a Facebook post, Hadanish demanded the whistleblowers come forward, or he might keep the farm closed on weekdays indefinitely. Vanderbrook admitted he'd made the report, along with a former employee. Hours later, Hadanish fired him. Vanderbrook and two others are now suing for wrongful termination.
The management of this facility is very abusive, in my opinion.
Feeding animals daily isn't optional. Under USDA rules, dogs must be fed at least once a day, unless required for veterinary care. Team 12 tried to schedule an interview with Hadanish, but he kept canceling appointments.
Hi, Mr. Hadanish. I'm Walt Kane. I'm with News 12.
I finally caught up to him at his home, where he defended his policy.
They're fed every other day. They stay much healthier.
How about when you say don't feed them for the rest of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday?
Let's see, that was, a couple of them were getting overweight.
All of the animals on the farm are obese?
No, not all of them. But, yeah.
But it says do not feed any of the animals for the remainder of the week.
That's correct.
Hadanish provided records he said would prove his animals maintain their weights year-round. But Team 12 found that wasn't always the case. Last May, records show nearly half of the farm's dogs lost 8 pounds or more.
I've seen many volunteers and weekday staff sneaking food to them because if they don't sneak it, they're going to suffer.
Hadanish also says he has the blessing of APHIS, the USDA's inspection arm.
APHIS is well aware of our feeding schedule.
So if I ask them, they'll know that?
Yes.
I asked the USDA if it was aware Hadanish was breaking the rules, but a spokesman would only say our inspectors review what is being fed to a facility's animals at the time of inspection.
Anyone with one of these USDA licenses should not be able to have some personal theory as to why the rules don't apply to them.
Team 12 dug into USDA data and found that under the Trump administration, enforcement of the Animal Welfare Act has plummeted. In 2016, the USDA brought 239 cases and issued 192 warnings. In 2019, the agency brought just 17 cases and issued only 2 warnings. In February, workers returned to Howling Woods after Hadanish closed the farm for a week. Here's what they found. Animals, they say, looked very thin, some digging through garbage. Gates were left wide open, and water bowls were frozen solid.
That's one of the reasons we come back, because they rely on us to help them, because how else are they going to survive?
Walt Kane is with us now tonight. So, Walt, what's next? Can anything be done here?
Well, Nick, Keith Vanderbrook and another former employee filed a complaint with the USDA, and we're told an investigation is underway. We'll see where that goes. As you saw in the report, that agency does not have the greatest record when it comes to enforcing the Animal Welfare Act.
So what did you make of the animals in terms of how thin they may have been?
That's a difficult question because the wolves have, the wolf dogs have thick coats, so it's hard to tell just by looking. My impression was that they were thin. A few looked quite thin. We showed the video and pictures to a veterinarian with American Humane. That was her take on it too. The one thing that veterinarian also said is, even if a wolf dog or a dog is overweight and you want them to lose weight, the way to do that is to reduce calories per day, not to have them go without food for a day or for multiple days in a row.
Interesting. Raising questions locally and federally. Walt Kane, thanks for that report tonight.